Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Urban Reef. My next update. As you can see, everything's doing good. And I cannot be happier. If you look at my sand bed, it is pretty much clean. There's no more cyano or red algae on the sand anywhere. I have very little algae on my rocks. Which is great. And everything is doing good. Still doing the bubbling method. And that's working out great. And as you can see, my rockscape has kind of changed a little bit. And if you watch my videos, you know that there is not a trigger in the video right now. Nor is there a tang. Or a fox face. Or the clownfish. Or the wrasse. Long story short, 3 to 4 weeks ago, I brought this coral in from my local LFS. I did the standard dip, didn't quarantine, brought it right into my system, and 3 weeks later, probably along that timeline, I have velvet. And the first one to show signs of the velvet was the lavender tang. I would say within 24 to 36 hours, I had everything transferred over into the quarantine tank, which is why my rockscape is completely different, because it took me 45 minutes to tear this tank down to try and catch everybody. And I would say the hardest one to catch has to be that wrasse. Those things are so fast. So as you can see, I've started going fallow. I'm going to go fallow for 6 weeks, which brings up a whole bunch of other new challenges. My nitrates were sitting at 5 ppm, phosphates 0, and now I've done my chemistry and I have 0 nitrates. Anybody that knows that has some soft corals and euphyllias, they like some nitrates. So I'm sure within the next couple days I'm going to have to go out and get myself some Spectracide stump remover, which is potassium nitrate, and I will probably start to dose that. If you guys would like, I can document that and give everybody, you know, a look at dosing it. I know it sounds crazy, stump remover, but I've been on the forum Reef to Reef, and everything is good with it. There's no problems, no issues. Even some people that have problems with SPS paling, dose it and everything comes back. And as you can tell, my lights are also different. My wife was gracious enough to tell me to pull my lights out of the box, which I got on Black Friday for Christmas, and I hung them the other day. There they are right there. They're the Ocean Revived 24/7, and I couldn't be happier with them. I started out with the lights. Once I plugged them in, I had them turned pretty much all the way down. I had my whites set at 5, my blues at 15. I'm basically just doing that now to get everything acclimated to the lights. I don't want to bleach anything or kill anything. Everything's just sitting happy. Probably within the next week, I will slowly up everything about 5%. And I'm going to try and get my blues to around 50%. And maybe my whites around 30. And we'll see how that goes. If I can go higher, I will go higher. I'd like to try and get some more SPS in here and get some stuff really growing. As everybody knows, I was using a planted plus light, not even a coral light, but let's just say it got the job done to where I am today. Also, I've got some good news to go along with the bad news. I am on the forum Reef to Reef, and if any of you guys are on there, you guys know that they do giveaways. And with all my bad luck, I was lucky enough to win the Omega Coral giveaway, which was a donut coral. And I cannot say enough about Omega Corals. The communication is awesome. The guy got back to me every time I sent him a message within maybe 5 minutes. And he eventually decided to throw in 2 extra frags. So here, he's given me 3 heads of a purple tip hammer coral. It's only been in my system for maybe a day as of this hour right now. And my whites just came on. So it's starting to open up quite nice. And then he decided to throw in this zoanthid. Fire and ice zoanthid. As everybody knows, I don't really have any zoanthids in here because I've never really been a fan of them. But I'll tell you what, that's a nice looking zoanthid, and that thing opened up quick with being in my system. And I just hope that it multiplies quick because it's kind of giving me a different look of zoanthids. And now for the mother of all, which I think is by far the nicest coral in my tank, which my frog spawn over here, purple tip frog spawn, is, I mean, pretty high up on my chart. So here's my donut coral. It opens up nice. As you can see, it looks a little red to you. It's a bright orange to me. Also, it has like a mint green color to it, which is kind of hard for you guys to see on camera. But it's about 3 inches in size. And these guys are out of Texas. Fairly new. I've done an unboxing on their coral when I got it yesterday. And guys, I'm telling you, you know, communication is key in a lot of things. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm going to buy corals online, they're going to be up there for me to look at. Their prices are great, not very high. They have some pretty cool plate corals. If it wasn't Christmas time and right around the corner, I would have probably picked myself up 3 or 4 more pieces and see if I can get them to ship them out. As you can see right here, my plating Manipura has some white marks on it. That's due to myself. I let my ATO go low. I've been working crazy hours at work. And when I filled it up, I had some alkalinity of the kalkwasser got sucked up and actually spit into my tank. And basically they're chemical burns. So it's recovering nice. They're pretty forgiving corals. They grow pretty quick. That's the hope with these lights. I'd like to get everything grown in here real nice. These are the same lights CJ uses, so he has good luck with them, and I should be able to too. And now I'll show you all my fish in the quarantine tank. Alright guys, here's the quarantine tank. I literally just spooked everybody back into the tank. Or back into their hiding places. I hope they're still in the tank. But as you can see, they do come out. Fox face over there and the trigger. I have been treating with the Seachem's cupramine and using the multi-test copper test to keep track of my copper. I have also been looking into dosing peroxide. Peroxide goes after gram-positive bacterias, and ick and velvet are both gram-positive. It is not as harsh on fish, and you can dose up to 2 milliliters per 10 gallons. So I may do this. That might be another alternative for some people that do not have a quarantine tank, but are looking at dosing their reef tank, because it does not affect corals. I've been dosing 1 milliliter per 10 gallons in my reef tank since I'm going fallow, and I would like to make sure that I have no velvet left. I dose that about every 48 hours, and I mean, if I had a microscope I'd be able to tell, but everybody in the tank seems to be doing good. The only one that is not eating is my snowflake eel, which I'm assuming once he gets hungry enough, I'm sure he'll eat. He's been interested, just keeps turning his nose up. So guys, that is my good luck and my bad luck. But hey, I can take 3 new corals over losing 1 fish. As long as these guys here stay healthy and make it, everything's good in my book. I am also looking at the next tang to get, or what fish I will get next. I know a few people on the YouTube channels are going through the same thing I'm going through. I know Mike Lemming has been going fallow for a few weeks now and has just noticed ick in his tang tank on the powder blue and the sailfin. This is probably the hardest thing to do, is go fallow, but I guess knowing that I have some nice corals in my tank and that I can still keep doing the corals. I do have a 10-gallon aquarium as well that on my next batch of corals will be going in quarantine. No doubt about it, once all these fish get back in the display tank. And guys, that's probably my update. I just want to say have a happy holiday, because I probably will not be making a video next week. Alright guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.